Hello and welcome to the TES Secondary Maths Resource of the Week number 4 with me, Craig Barton. Now, if you're watching this video soon after it goes live, then like me, you'll probably have a couple of more weeks of term to go before the summer holidays finally arrive. And I always think it's a funny time of year this, because the Key Stage 3 classes have done all their exams, and on the scheme of work often it says something like project or data handling or statistics project or something like that. And I've experimented with a few different ones over the years, but this year I wanted to try something different with my reasonably tricky Year 8 class. So I dived onto TES and had a look around, and this one caught my eye. Average Student Project, which has been kindly uploaded by Dan Clark, DSC 505. And like the best of ideas, it's so simple, but it's gone down an absolute storm with my class this last week, so I thought I'd best share it with you. The resources that come with it, it's this PDF is the main thing you want. The publisher file is exactly the same as the PDF, but you can edit it as well if you want to change it. So I'll show you the PDF, and as I say, it's dead simple. Full teacher instructions come here, but the basic premise is that you get your kids into groups and you challenge them to come up with what is the average student. And the way that Dan structured this is that they have to come up with 10 different categories that they want to collect information for. And he suggests possibly introducing some compulsory categories like height and shoe size and hair colour, but also crucially giving the students the opportunity to select whatever they want. So favourite football team, favourite subject, amount of hours they spend on Facebook, amount of tweets sent, whatever they want. So they come up with their 10 categories and then they have to plan a questionnaire to collect all this information. And then he says the chaos happens because then the kids have got to go around interviewing all the other kids to get the information in the class. And maybe you could chuck in a few little curveballs, like they could interview friends and stuff outside at break and lunch and things like that. And what Dan says as well is to always include you, the teacher, in this data collection exercise, because often your results will be an outlier, for example, if it's to do with height or something like that, which makes quite interesting discussion with data. And then once all this data has been collected, it's then over to the students to process it however they want. And the kind of culmination of all this is they've got to put together a poster presentation to conclude what the average student looks like. And again, such a simple idea, but look at some of the results that Dan's shown here. So absolutely beautiful posters. And this is what statistics should be like. The whole point of it is to take massive data sets and present them in interesting, accessible ways. And this is exactly what Dan's students have done. And I'll tell you what I like about this as well. Dan followed this up with a blog post, and I'll put a link to this in the description below. And he's kind of updated his activity a little bit, and he suggests collecting all the results together on an Excel spreadsheet. He also suggests, if possible, trying to get the kids into a computer room so that once all the data has been collected in this Excel spreadsheet, it's then much easier for them to kind of grab it and process it and sort through it like that. So I think that's quite a nice idea. As I say, there's full teacher notes and full descriptions, but I mean, look at some of these posters that Dan's students have created. And my students, whilst perhaps not as creative and neat as Dan's there, have come up with things that are just absolutely outstanding, and we're going to finish them off in this coming week. So yeah, I'd strongly recommend trying this project out. It's fun and crucially, it does what statistics should do. It processes and analyses data and gets the students interested and engaged in it. And that's why it is the resource of the week. Now, we've got one more resource of the week to come in this academic year. And for those of you who've been following me on Twitter, you know there's only one thing I'm going to pick for this. But let's see next week if you're right. Take care for then, and let's try and get to the end of term in one piece. Bye for now.